For a straight line backing, you will back up your vehicle in a straight line between two rows of cones without touching the cones. The front bumper of your vehicle needs to be behind the last set of cones. You will have two chances to get out of your vehicle and look. Once you are finished and the front bumper of your vehicle is behind the last set of cones, honk the horn and the inspector will check. For an offset back to the left side, you will drive straight forward, and from that position you must back the vehicle into the opposite lane until the front of your vehicle has passed the first set of cones without hitting them. You will have two chances to get out of a vehicle again and check. Once you are finished, honk the horn and the inspector will check. In this video, I only demonstrated offset back to the left side, but the inspector may ask you to offset back to the right side. You will do the same thing except to the opposite side. For an alley dock, you will drive past the alley and position your vehicle parallel to the outer boundary. From that position, you will back into the alley, bringing the rear of your vehicle within 3 feet of the last set of cones. You will have two chances to get out of your vehicle and check the position of your vehicle. Once you are finished, honk the horn and the inspector will check. For a student pickup on the right side, you're going to put your hazards on 300 feet before the stop. Ten feet before the student, you're going to stop the bus, put it in park, put the emergency brake on. You're going to put your hand up to tell the student to stop. Check in all directions to make sure the traffic has stopped. Once you are sure that it's safe, signal the student to come onto the bus. Once the student is seated properly, you're going to take the emergency brake off, put the bus in drive, put the hazards off, check to make sure it's safe, Then you're going to put your signal on and proceed. Picking up a student on the left side, same thing, you're going to put your hazards on 300 feet before the stop. 10 feet before the student, you're going to stop the bus. Put the emergency brake on. Tell the student to stop. Check in all directions to make sure it's safe. Once it is safe, you're going to give the universal signal to cross over. Once the child is on the bus and they're seated properly, you're going to put the bus in drive, take the emergency brake off, turn off the hazards, check in all directions, signal, and proceed. For a drop-off on the right side, put on your hazards 300 feet before the drop-off, and stop 10 feet before the drop-off. Put the bus in park, set the emergency brake, check in all directions to make sure the traffic is stopped. Once it is safe to get off the bus, open the door and tell the student to walk 15 feet straight away from the bus. Close the door, put the bus in drive, take the emergency brake off, check to make sure it's safe, and proceed. Dropping off a student on the left side, 300 feet before the stop, you're going to put your hazards on. 10 feet before the drop-off, put the bus in park, set the emergency brake, check in all directions to make sure it's safe. Once it is safe to get off the bus, open the door and tell the student to walk 10 feet in front of the bus and wait for my signal. If I honk the horn for any reason, then run back to the side of the road. Put hand up for stop, check traffic again, make sure it's still stopped. Once it is safe to cross, give the universal signal. Once the student is off the street and 15 feet away from the bus, put the bus in drive, take the emergency brake off and the hazard signal, check to make sure it's safe, signal, and proceed. For railroad crossings, you're going to put your hazards on 200 feet before the tracks, and you're going to stop the bus no closer than 15 feet and no further than 50 feet. Put the bus in park, open your windows. If the radio's on, turn it off. Look and listen. Once you're 100% sure it's clear and you have at least 15 feet of clearance after crossing the tracks, because you never want to stop on the tracks, then proceed to cross and turn your hazards off once you return to normal speed.